Hey everyone! Well, after that very eventful end to the last video, we'll continue on our journey. Okay, what are we going through those other ways? Cool. Movie camera supplement. Okay. This is also regarding what we had to cleanse the camera a lot at the end of last time. The item came to the Bureau's attention after hospitalized Melbourne from redacted Arkansas. Claimed his injuries had been caused by a movie camera. Further investigation connected the incident to alternate item 80, which was being shipped in the mail truck at the time. The package camera was later found in an empty warehouse. The return address led agents to a PO box located in San Fernando Valley, belonging to a company called Blessed Pictures. Whether Blessed Pictures is involved in the creation and dissemination of the item's VHS films is unknown. The following is a list of all known films believed to have been shot by the movie camera. Shot First, Die Last, unreleased. Coffee Bullet, Billy's First Car, By Car, Delivery Disaster. Item was used in the filming of an unreleased western in 1968 on the Italian island of Sardinia. A cast member was killed during an on-set accident, stopping production. It is believed that Blessed Pictures brought the camera when equipment from the shoot was sold at auction. Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, something very interesting occurred that I completely forgot to mention. So, when I was going and doing one of those Hisno missions, I was actually around the power plant. There was a revelation that came through, and that Jesse was putting the words NSC together. Now we know about this sarcophagus container, right? That we've found. If you're watching the main playthrough, know that that there's power generation in the power plant is by a sarcophagus container, but Jesse put the words together and said it is actually Northmore sarcophagus container, or very, very likely, which is absolutely gobsmacking when you think about that's just how truly powerful Northmore became, that he had such an emanating presence and energy about him that his sarcophagus and you might call it force, his energized force from the death, or whatever you want to call it, basically through a sarcophagus, is actually powering the Bureau. That's absolutely insane. So that was really interesting to hear. So yeah, because she was basically NSC, Northmore sarcophagus container. You know, that was just, and she was just absolutely gobsmacked. It's like, wow, to all the mysteries that we, you know, to think that that's, you know, how all the, you know, the previous directors and, you know, on the deathbed and how powerful they were. And it was just references. I thought, wow, if that's true, that makes Northmore insanely powerful. I mean, he was blunt, but my God, was he powerful then. I mean, to use as a power source the entire goddamn Bureau is pretty incredible when you think about it. Shift account part 3. It's clear no one is coming. We're running out of ideas and supplies. We've tried going to the caves to find anything edible. All we found were noxious gases and endless pits. The crystals only let us go one way, even though we could see the caves branch out. We did find some weird spiky pillar. I only got a glimpse of it before the astral spikes attacked. There were a few of them this time. We lost a lot of people. There's only 6 of us left. We didn't ask for this. We didn't want to come down here. I'm convinced something has brought us here. The others say I'm going nuts. But it's clear that this was no house shift. Shifts slide a bathroom a sector over, or rotate a hallway. They don't drop full divisions into some caves. We were brought here. I know it. But for what? Why tear us away from our lives just to torture us? If this is some sort of test or mission, then here's some advice for whoever's running it. Give out clear instructions next time. I hope those notes are a good read for whatever ranger finds them. Fuck you, and put that in your report. You know, fair enough. But you think they put some crazy bullshit thing? No, I totally am there with her, honestly. You know? I mean, obviously that's not what's going on, but you can understand where they're coming from for that, you know? But you gotta feel sorry for them, in honesty. Oh yeah? Let's go, Marshall. What have you got to tell us?
I've served under 2 directors. 3 now, I suppose. Trench and I worked our way up together. We made it through the tough cases, the bad days, the casualties. He was the epitome of a good agent. Smart, decisive, selfless. And he picked up that damn gun. Becoming director is a formal process overseen by the board. Lots of ritual and mystery. After that, key staff provide detailed briefs on all classified matters, past and present. But with Faden, well, there's no protocol for field promotion. The girl's smart, has a good head on her shoulders. I'm trusting her to handle the hiss upstairs, while I hold them off here.
We're doing our best.
This shit with a nail, the board, I'm not sure she's ready.
Oh,
Besides, I work better alone.
Frankly, with the shit we've been through already, the mystery we've seen, I'm pretty much ready for just about anything at this point, so...
Not sure she's ready.
I'm here, aren't I? I saved the Bureau once, and I'll do it again.
Well said. Ah, we're back here now. Okay. Ah. Interesting.
Another etching, like the one I used to get in here.
So, what's beyond here? I'll go back to that, I'm just curious. Whoa! That's not what I was trying to do, actually. So I need to take out some of those, yes, I should have just fired at. That was silly of me. Well, let's do this. Former Locke's Ancient Reason Avalon.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
What the hell? Format? Oh god, things are gonna get royally confusing. I can see it already. Oh boy. This is gonna be one almighty confusing way to do things, isn't it? Oh boy. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. Oh boy. Oh, these are probably gonna go up in difficulty, aren't they? That would be about right. Well done, sees only 3 key others remain. And now it's rebuilding, loosening. Okay. Seems straightforward enough. I'm saying that now, I'm gonna regret saying it.
Director Faden's got this covered.
Okay. you. I said take care of those hiss types. Oh, we're actually here. Huh. This? Shadow projectile choke, okay. Uh-huh. Interesting. Whoa, hold on. Elemental resource gain. Okay. I'm just a little worried that the former's just gonna come bursting out the scenes. It's just like, hey asshole, I'm like, I wasn't ready for you to come out. Go back in your hole. Ugh. But I'm curious. My curiosity is getting the best of me, unfortunately. Let's just do this a little bit. I'll bugger off with your nodes. Let's have a look at this for a second. That's the third. Let's get rid of that. No point having that. Okay. Pick up +4. Wow. The view. Evade use. Evade use. That's 5. Okay. Get rid of view. Cool. Okay, I'm officially curious. Now that doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. Now that I've seen the former over there somewhere, I'm just expecting it to just appear somewhere. It's just like, hello, and like, oh my god, really? Emily! How did you get down here? I mean, not that I'm not happy to see you, I have some questions, please.
Jesse, hey!
Hello?
Emily, how did she get down here?
Yeah, asking the right questions.
What are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
What?
I'm pretty sure I did it.
No.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
Fair enough.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating?
Of course it
I never
is.
even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
Well, that's good.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some
Oh, you
point.
noticed that, did you?
You think Darling knew about this?
I put money on it. That reminds me. Have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily.
Yeah.
I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
Could I have a can we have a I got the feeling she was using simplified English for us, but could we be having a translation matrix ready as well? Just saying. I appreciate you not going overly scientific. Let's just see if you have anything else to say.
The Rangers have tapped into an old radio network they found around the Foundation. So if you need backup, just call them at one of the stations.
Okay.
How did the Hiss get into the Foundation?
Same way we did, I imagine. But you need to remember that the Hiss are the embodiment of persistence.
No
Their
kidding.
nature seems to be one of force, to find every possible vulnerability and exploit it. Their only goal is consumption.
I'm sure there's plenty of goodies for them down here. The nail, for instance.
If the Hiss could corrupt the nail, I'm sure they would have by now. It must not interest them in its broken state. They could be distracted by the numerous unknown paranatural materials I'm sure are lying around.
True.
These are the roots of the oldest house. The Hiss will find plenty of ways to make trouble.
They're pretty good at that. So you've never heard of the Foundation, huh?
I've never even seen the name referenced. Clearly it's highly classified, but for what reason?
Oh, all sorts, I
The
think.
problem with these kinds of closed-off hidden areas is that they were likely sealed for good reason. But now no one is left to tell us what that reason was.
Any guesses why the Bureau would hide something like this?
I only know what I've observed. This place is spatially rigid, which means it doesn't shift like the rest of the oldest house. Before you ask why that is, I have to admit that I'm clueless.
Oh, that's new.
There's some signal interfering with my equipment, making it hard to get a clear reading. It's being emitted from the floor. Maybe I should have brought a jackhammer.
I'd advise against that.
Already taking chunks out of this place, Emily. Let's not add to it.
Yeah. Agreed.
So let me get this straight. The astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation.
Correct.
And that's happening because the nail is damaged.
I'd say it's a bit more than damaged, but yes, that is my understanding.
So what's the connection between the nail and the astral plane?
It's a good question. See, I always pictured objects of power as strings between our plane and the astral. If the nail has a similar relationship, then maybe it's more accurate to think of it like plumbing. Now that the nail is busted, sewage is gushing everywhere.
Not
That's-
the prettiest metaphor.
Yeah, but gets the point across. Fair enough.
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
It's not the best, it's not the prettiest, but most blunt metaphor, so I've got to give her props for that. Nine, wow. Uh, Chill propels debris at nearby enemies. Okay. Go on, let's 100%? Yeah, why not? I mean, I'd probably never use it, but nice to have it. Do I bother? Huh. Dunno, to be honest. Nah. Okay. So they're all basically worshipping it. Huh. Because that's what the cave paintings would apparently want to tell you anyways. Hmm. Quite intriguing. Alright. Can get those. Nope. What else? Kill using kiss, right. That's the sniper one, nearly got that one done. And just kill him in the Foundation in general. I'll kill his sharpen, that's right. Ah, using spin. Okay, and lift ourselves up. Nice. Okay. Rouse path. Well, at least we're on the right track. Okay. Alright. This actually lead anywhere, or is this just... Just seeing if there's actually anything in those corners hidden there, but doesn't look like it. Okay. That works. Right. Oh, and that's going for reinforcements, not worried about that. Well, well, well. Okay. Oh, so this wants to have one of those days. Okay. And by that I mean where things are just so far out of range that there's no point. Jeez, he came out of nowhere. You bastard. Once I deal with you now, don't have to worry about you later. Plain and simple. Okay. Around these bits. Huh. No power, okay.
Is this a Bureau ID badge? Looks so old. Hope will definitely want to see this.
Huh. Okay. Alright. Go to these and then I'll have gonna have a chat with Pope about that. Okay. Pyramidic geometry. It's been going through my I've been going through my library researching pyramids and triangles. If that shape does relate to the board as Northmore says, then perhaps our predecessors in the occult can offer some insight through their geometric knowledge. In esotericism, the triangle is closely associated with the Holy Trinity and other three-part concepts: past, present, future, mind, body, spirit. Interestingly, the term board also implies multiple parts. Upright triangles in Judeo-Christian imagery indicate ascent into the rational divine realm. Inverted signifies a descent into the corporeal human. Naturally, ascent is masculine and the fall is feminine. Adam and Eve. It's just a bit odd, just a bit old world patriarchy. It's only 64 now and we're well past that silliness. Well, we'll see about that apparently. At least in this game, though, I mean. Concerning the above, what does the inverted triangle tell us about the board? They're clearly not corporeal or human. Perhaps they wish to be, or they once were. The likeliest answer is simply that theological imagery cannot help us define alien entities. But still, the pyramid seems significant. Shapes have power, and clearly so does the board. One way to rationalize it. The hell? Not sure if anything's supposed to happen there. Huh. I mean, there's power to this place, unless I've missed something. No, just something to interact with, apparently. Okay. Seize accelerator. 72. What's this one? 93. Get rid of you. Fade on use. Cool. Get rid of you. Cool. History of the oldest house. The oldest house was revealed much to me during my months at the Foundation, but many questions remain. Primarily, the tree etchings bewildered me. What is their significance? If the house has changed shape over its lifetime, as I've theorized, then was the tree its first form? I sent a team to the Schwartzman building in search of pre-settlement accounts of Manhattan Island. From those I discovered that a single relevant line. And there I found a tree not known to me, the devil twisted within its bark. That line, taken from the fact that a certain American cultures believe some trees would offer wisdom and guidance, is indeed interesting. However, it's hardly firm evidence, and though I am now bound to the oldest house, I remain a man of science. Of course, there are numerous ancient beliefs regarding trees. Yggdrasil, the tree of knowledge, Yaximixchi, butcher that. Some cultures offered blood sacrifices to trees, while others claimed trees endowed chosen individuals with inhuman powers. Do New York City's many murders act as sacrifice to the oldest house? Does the house have a chosen champion? Is it me? That old murder thing sounds increasingly worrying, but yeah. Cool. Gonna have a chat to Emily about this? Yeah, about the collection, I mean. Got something for you, Emily. You might be happy about this.
Director.
Jesse, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set.
Of course you are.
But
Really?
They are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now.
Probably a good idea.
High clearance access might come in handy.
That's very true.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access.
Wow.
Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. But keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
I'm wondering how many bonuses these Rangers are getting right now.
Crystals, cave paintings, rust-filled sand. This place is a research gold mine.
That's it?
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
Cool. Just a few things to mention, that's fair enough. Alright, cool. Alright, I'll tell you what. We'll end this here. So, yeah, I've got some stuff to do anyway, so... Yeah, well, I'm not going to go directly into Final the cards. If I come across them during my travels, I will. But yeah, we'll hop into that warehouse there and see what that's all about. Bit of a unique place to have a structure like that, unless it's... unless that's just the middle part or it's going upwards, or a bit like the pillar or whatever it might be, the pillar, it's having this room under the pillar, or, oh god knows, whatever else is going on. So anyway, I'll catch you next time. I'm going to continue exploring and discover the mysteries of the Foundation. See you next time.